Today, it is time to talk about a world-class formation in FC26. The 4-4-1-1 might be right up there as a top 3 in-game. Extremely versatile, great in defense, great also in attack. If you're looking for cheap FC26 coins, make sure to check m8x.com, super fast delivery, and use the code OVI to get an even bigger discount. Link will be in the description. What is going on, everyone? My name is Ovi and welcome to a new FC26 Best Custom Tactics Best Formations tutorial. Lately I've been trying to play with this 4-4-1-1 that is extremely good this year. It is a formation that offers you great options in attack, and also it will give you the opportunity to properly defend. Very careful here. If you choose to play this formation, you need to be comfortable with the cam. For example, I know a lot of players, including myself, that do prefer having two strikers formations. That's how we feel comfortable, even if we use one of the strikers as a false 9 to come back a bit, but that's how we feel comfortable. You can adapt to this formation, but you will need a bit of time transitioning from a two-striker formation. Because everything will have to go through the cam, and this is the most important position. Also, if you can't get a player here that is proper for this type of play, it will be tough to adapt. I mean, he needs to have technical, he needs to have good passing and great dribbling, preferably also good pace. For example, Siemens here, Xavi Siemens, barely does it. Not enough pace, I would say. Playstyle is good though. Technical, incisive, and tiki-taka, they're amazing for the central attacking midfielder position. Dribbling 87, amazing. Passing, even if he has passing like that with the 80, but he has the playstyles like tiki-taka and incisive, he will be great. That being said, let's jump into the tactics, boys, and let's see exactly what we're using. There is, at this moment, a mandatory setting here, which is minimum 70 for defensive approach. We've been talking about it for the last formation videos. It happens because it is a must, because the meta at this moment is just maybe run down the wing, cut inside, you just get in front of the penalty box of the opponent, and afterwards you try for an isolation or left stick dribble movement. Well, if you use 50 or even 25, you're just going to be waiting for the opponent to get in that position. If you use 70, you have a chance. If you learn the mechanics of the game and you get used to the feel of the game, you'll have a chance to put a bit of pressure, make some interceptions up front. Careful here not to use your center backs too aggressively, because you're already at 70. Very careful. Build up play will be balanced. This is what I prefer, but this really is just personal preference. Like, you can make it work with short passing or counter. Really, I just prefer balanced. Now, in terms of player roles, we've got a rule. Always in my 4 defender formations, I always have defender with focus on defend, defender focus on defend, goalkeeper focus on defend. There is no reason to have focus balanced or here to risk with stopper, wide back, ball playing defender. Wide back, 4 or 3 at the back may make sense, but otherwise no. Defender, defend, goalkeeper defend. And now let's talk a bit about the right back and the left back. 2 options here that I've been trying with this 4-4-1-1. Fullback with balanced, fullback with versatile. They're interesting, these 2. Very interesting. I would stay fullback balanced at one, fullback versatile at the other one. The idea is, if somehow you're having problems defending and your opponent is using even a 4-2-4 or a 3-striker formation, we've spoken about this in previous videos, and he has inside forward for the wingers, the wingers get in the gap between the center back and the right back here, you might want to stop and do this focus defend. They will track better the runs. It depends from opponent to opponent. Now, for the 2 central midfielders, I know box to box, they have box to box, it's lovely. Box to box plus on Gerard, but don't use it. Don't fall in that trap. I would not use it, because your players will already be supporting the attack. They are central midfielders. Even with holding, they will do it. The box-to-box just makes them way too aggressive up front. Way too aggressive, and maybe they go forward even when you don't want them to go forward. So holding here, holding here. Now, if you have problems with the build-up, and if you are not used to trigger manual runs on your own, go here indeed with box-to-box at one of your players. This will make your central midfielder trigger automatic runs in attack. Otherwise, if you are like me and you like to trigger on your own the players, holding is super because they do better the defensive part. Right mid, left mid. I would love here a combination of inside forward together with winger, wide midfielder. Wide playmaker is a bit too aggressive. It's either winger or wide midfielder. You can go, of course, inside forward for both of them, but it's also good to have here someone that can run down the wing, and here someone that can cut inside to alternate the way that you're gonna attack. Now, two options for the central attacking midfielder. For Xavi Simons, this one, or this type of player that has tiki-taka, not a lot of pace, but great dribbling. You're gonna use playmaker. No roaming, no build-up, balanced, playmaker. Now, if you have here a player like Ayoze Perez, that is also a bit pacey and good at finishing, you are going to use Shadow Striker. And this will be like a 4-4-2 with your cam having the false 9 in that 4-4-2. So Shadow Striker if you got a player that is more offensive. But the 4-4-1-1 works like a charm like this with a playmaker, because this central attacking midfielder also helps you cover the CM area, the CM gaps, and offers you the opportunity to pressure left, right at a high position. That being said, striker, lone striker, you got target forward, false 9, never, that's the rule, never use false 9 for a striker, for a lone striker in this type of formation. You got poacher, advance forward, target forward. I would use the target forward here. I use the plus. If you got a plus at target forward, at poacher or advance forward, I would go with the formation with the player role that has a plus, because that plus has a big impact in the game in terms of how that striker will be moving. So code on the screen right now, boys, for this 4-4-1-1. It's great this year. We got a lot of formations this year. Again, it comes down to personal preference and to player choices, because or to the options that you have in the club in terms of players, because certain formations need certain players. If you got any questions, drop a comment below, leave a like if you've enjoyed the video, and let me know which formation should we do next. Ciao, ciao.